nothing?
My lord, please. This is no time for rash action. I just think we
What's
need
the
more
meaning of this
information.
interruption? Jarl Balgruuf is not receiving visitors.
Who's this then?
As House Carl, my job is to deal with all dangers that threaten the Jarl or his people. So you have my attention. Now explain yourself. Whatever you have to say to the Jarl, you can say to me. I'm
It's all right,
starting to
Irileth.
think...
I want to hear what she has to say. What's this about Riverwood being in danger? Alvor? The smith is... And you're sure Helgen was destroyed by a dragon? This wasn't some... But it's none of my concern who the Imperials want to execute, especially now. What I want to know is, what exactly happened? By Ysmir, Irileth was right. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If
The
a
Jarl of
dragon is
Falkreath
lurking in the
will view
mountains.
that as a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not...
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
I'm so angry I can hardly
I'll
stand
introduce
it.
you to Farengar. He can be a bit difficult.
It takes a while to make a
Mages,
dress, Dagny.
you
You
know.
have to be patient.
But I don't want to be patient. I want my dress right now. Father promised.
All you ever do is complain about what you want. You're a spoiled baby.
I'm going to tell Father you said that.
Farengar,
You're
I think I found someone who can help you with your dragon project. Go ahead and fill her in with all the details.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there. Ah, no mere brute mercenary, but a thinker. Perhaps even a scholar? You see, when the stories of dragons, one sure... But I began to search for information. I, learned of a certain stone tablet said to be how... Go to Bleak Falls Barrow. Find this tablet, no doubt into... An old tomb, built by the ancient Nords. Perhaps dating back to the Dragon War itself. Ah, maybe you just want to know how to get there. It's near Riverwood, a miserable little village a few miles south. I'm sure some of the locals can point you in the right direction once you get there. Well, must preserve some professional secrets, mustn't we? I have my sources. Student of the craft. You'll need to start by learning an enchantment. Take an enchanted weapon or piece of armor, then use the arcane enchanter to learn its secrets. The item is destroyed in the process, so be wary. Once you know an enchantment, you'll need a filled soul gem and something to enchant. You'll use the arcane enchanter for that too. Of course, I have everything you need for sale if you have the coin. I'm not surprised you've never heard of it. Even I, but not anymore. The Dragon War was far back in the Mythic era. Many of the monumental ruins that still dot the landscape were in fact built as temples to... The details are lost, But at some point, the Nords rebelled. After a long and terrible war, the Nords overthrew their Oh no, many were killed, of course, but many survived into historical times. Why, this very palace was built by one of Balgruf's ancestors to hold a captive dragon. Hence its name, Dragon's Reach. I believe I am, yes. Technically speaking, of course. The city is also home to a priest, priestess, an alchemist, and I'm... Ah, that reminds me. Speaking of alchemists, I have some frost salts for Arcadia. She asked me to obtain them for one of her potions. Would you be so kind as to deliver the frost salts for me? I'm sure Arcadia will provide some form. Good. You're clearly better suited than I am to carry out such a menial task. A prospective student, are you? Well, I'm afraid I'm not much good at teaching. If I said that was a tedious question, as long as I'm left alone. Now, I'm a busy man, and your pointless questions
Anything
are
we can
boring
use to
terror.
fight this dragon.
Good day.
Or dragons. We need it quickly, before it's too late.
Of course, Jarl Balgruf. You seem to have found me an able assistant. I'm sure she will prove most useful.
Succeed at this, and you'll be rewarded. Whiterun will be in your debt.
Oh, I thought you were already on your way to Bleak Falls Barrow. Spells and incantations for those with the talent to guess them. I'll put it simply so you'll understand. I advise the Jarl in matters of magic. If the hold is faced with any threats or mysteries of a magical nature, I am called upon to explain things and suggest a course of action. Hopefully that answer will satisfy you. Good day. Oh, I thought you were already on your way to Bleak Falls Barrow. You can't take that!
You have committed crimes against Skyrim and her people. What say you in your defense? Smart woman. Now come along with us. We'll take any stolen goods and you'll be free to go. After you pay the fine, of course. I mostly deal with petty thievery and drunken brawls. Been too long since we've had a good bandit raid.
Once I've made enough money Before my ma-and-da passed, I told them that one day, I'd become the best trader in Skyrim. I met one of the caravan leaders, Madran. He said he'd help me get started if I could bring him a mammoth's tusk. Easier said than done. You'd do that? If you find one, I could teach you a thing or two about trading. Help you get a fair bargain in the future? About the same as everyone else? They're the catfolk of Elsewhere. Great warriors, good traders. Way I hear it, Elsewhere ain't nothing like Skyrim. It's got tropical forests and dusty badlands. It sounds awful. Yeah. These Khajiit make a living traveling the roads and selling their wares. It's got to be tough. Skyrim's a hard enough land when you've got a roof over your head. Worst thing is, nobody wants them in the cities. Nobody trusts them. Reputation mostly. A lot of Khajiit turn to smuggling and thievery to get by. A few bad apples spoil the bunch. You know how it is. Farewell.
Damn those Greymanes to oblivion. They want to back the Stormcloaks. They'll get what's coming to them.
For you, Red Legions, for I love you. I love. Even as man, great talents cherish. For he saw in us, in each of us.
Looking for my husband, Nazim? Check the Jarl's backside. That's usually where he's... Men are all alike, from Skyrim to Hammerfell.
Thank you.
They care only for war and politics, and treat their women like cattle.
Welcome. This is the Temple of Kinneret. The Gildegreen outside was planted as a seedling in the early years of Whiterun. Disciples of Kinneret could sense something holy in it, and traveled far to hear the winds of the goddess in its branches. Of course, not as many pilgrims these days.
Self-absorbed.
To the east of here is a hidden grove where the Eldergleam resides. It's the oldest living thing in Skyrim, maybe all of Tamriel.
I swear it will consume us
Our
all.
tree here in the city was grown from a cutting of that tree.
You are terrible.
You can still feel the
know that,
glory of the
right?
mother tree through it. Even its name is an echo. I've thought about that. Trees like this never really die. They only slumber. I think if we had some of the sap from the parent tree, we could wake up its child. But even if you could get to the Elder Gleam, you couldn't tap it. Not with any normal metal.
Pain is so great.
If you want to help, you'll need something to cut into it first. You'll have to deal with the Hagravens. I've heard about the weapon they've made for sacrificing Spriggans. It's called Nettlebane. The hags terrify me, or I would have gone after it myself. Your spirit is strong. Kinareth's winds will guide your path. It's held in a Hagraven nest called Orphan.
Not just a wife's boasting.
Ugh, can't a woman get a moment to herself? Leave me! I'm not going to warn you again. Get out or I'll call the guards.
Need something? Huh?
If you need potions, you should try Arcadia's cauldron. What is it, Imperial?
Those two at it again? Strike when the shoulder's up. He's giving you openings. Hey, watch it!
If you wish to hunt with me, your feet need to be quick and your eyes quicker.
I just tried to keep out a good bunch of men and women who make too much a mess, if you ask me. Goodbye, dear.
A fight.
Not now. A man of my station has many debts. I'm not much use at labor or learning, but I can throw a punch with the best of them. The companions let me fight for gold, so I fight. In charge of what? I'm in charge of me, and you're in charge of you. If you're looking to join up, Codlak's the one to be talking to.
You're
All
pathetic!
right.
Look at the young ones. Aye. We used to be fast friends. Though it was long ago.
You think you stand
We were two of the city's oldest and most respected clans. And we could trace our histories all the way back to Ysgramor's companions. But then Ulfred got rich and decided he and his kin were too good for us simple, backwards Nord folk. When the Troubles began, he took the Empire's side.
I like the smaller, quicker
We haven't spoken much since then.
Yes, you're very fond of saying that. You know I like hammers and axes.
Well, when you get to be my age, you don't remember why you did much of anything.
Let's test that out.
Only that it happened. Aye, they're an old clan like ours. But they cast their lot with the Empire when the uprising began. Ulfred Battleborn made his money from farming, and got himself some new friends among the Empire's nobles. Now he's in the Emperor's pocket like the rest of them, with no regard for honor and tradition. Oh, we've got an old saying. The Grey Manes have lived in Whiterun since the first snows fell in Skyrim. Well, maybe that's not entirely true, but our clan's got a long and proud history in this old. We respect the old ways, the Nord ways, and the Grey Mane has worked the Skyforge since before the time of my grandfather's father. I was done talking anyway.
Oh, I'm just a servant, dear. You want to talk to one of the companions, I'm sure.
Hmm? Are you kidding? I've wanted to be with them since I was a little girl. Haven't you heard the stories of Kodlak and Skjor fighting off the 101 orc berserkers? Skjor says it was more like 40, but he's just being modest. Where else would I want to be but here? Learning from them, fighting at their sides. The Circle are the ones who parcel out the jobs. That's Ayla, Skjor, and the brothers, Farkas and Vilkas. Kodlak advises them, but he doesn't really give orders. Only the most... This is life, sister. The struggle is what reminds us to draw breath.
But I still hear the call of the... Great. Another ambitious visit. There are always good reasons to fight. I just wish this war had them. Who cares who worships what dead god? Give me something to make me draw my sword. To hear Farkas tell it, our father raised us here as happy pups, running around, biting knees. I love my brother, but his brains are not his strong suit. We were brought here by Jürgen. Whether he was our father or not, I don't care. He left to fight in the Great War and never came back. So he's not my problem anymore. We've been here as long as either of us can remember, though. So try to show some respect. I don't know if you're capable, and I don't have time to find out. If Kodlak will vouch for you, I might have some work you could do. Until next time.
A stranger comes to our hall. Would you now? Here, let me have a look at you. Yes, perhaps. A certain strength of spirit.
Master, you're not truly considering accepting her.
I am nobody's master, Vilkas. And last I checked, we had some empty beds in Jorvaskr for those with a fire burning in their hearts.
Apologies. But perhaps this isn't the time. I've never even heard of this outsider.
Sometimes the famous come to us. Sometimes men and women come to us to seek their fame. It makes no difference. What matters is their heart.
And their arm.
Of course. How are you in battle, girl? That's the spirit. Vilkas here will get started on that. Vilkas, take her out to the yard and see what she can do.
Aye. Not here. Out in the yard. Come on.
Oh, I'm just a servant, dear. You want to talk to them. I've been tending to the warriors of Jorvaskr for as long as I can remember.
The old man said to have a look at you. So so. Let's do this. Just have a few swings at me so I can see your form. Don't worry, I can take it. You're mine! Pretty good arm you have there. Not bad. Next time won't be so easy. You might just make it. But for now, you're still a whelp to us, new blood. So you do what we tell you. Here's my sword. Go take it up to Yorland to have it sharpened. And be careful. It's probably worth more than you are.
What brings you here? I'm guessing you're the newcomer then. Oh, don't worry too much about it. They were all whelps once. They just might not like to talk about it. And don't always just do what you're told. Nobody rules anybody in the companions. Well, I'm not sure how they've managed it, but they have. No leader since Ysgramor. Kodlak is the Harbinger, and he's a sort of advisor for the whole group, but every man is his own, every woman her own. Not actually a companion myself, but none of them know how to work a forge properly, and I'm honored to serve them. My name is Eorlin Greymane. I work the Skyforge, best steel in all of Skyrim, all of Tamriel. I have a favor to ask. I've been working on a shield for Aela. My wife is in mourning, and I need to get back to her soon. I'd be much obliged if you could take this to Aela for me. This isn't a command, just decency. Help out an old blacksmith. I've got to get back to my work. I ain't much for talking. Gods be praised.
All these younglings scampering around.
Worried one of them is going to take your place?
Some of them might try, but that's not what I'm worried about.
What then?
That they might get
If you wish to
themselves
hunt
killed.
with me, your feet need to be quick and your eyes quicker. Ah, good. I've been waiting for this. Wait, I remember you. So the old man thinks you've got some heart, I guess.
You know this one? I saw her training in the yard with Vilkis.
Ah, yes. I heard you gave him quite a thrashing.
Don't let Vilkis catch you saying that.
Do you think you could handle Vilkis in a real fight? Ah, a woman who lets her actions speak for her. I knew there was something I liked about you. Here, let's have Farkas show you where you'll be resting your head.
Farkas.
Did you call me?
Of course we did, Ice Brain. Show this new blood where the rest of the whelps sleep.
New blood? Oh, I remember you. Come on, follow me.
Ysgramor himself
and
wouldn't
Ayala
have
like
the
to
patience
tease
to
me,
deal with all
but
the
they're
rabble
good.
around here.
They
Haven't seen
challenge
your
me to
face
be our
before.
best.
I'm watching you. You again. None of our business. There's no honor to be had in the squabbling of Jarls. I learned the ways of the blade, and I came home to Skyrim when it was all over. Wandered around as a blade for hire. The money was good, and the women were good, and the drinks were good. I was lucky the companions found me. Now, of course the money is still good. And the drinks. All right then.
Nice to have a new face around. It gets boring here sometimes. I hope we keep you. This can be a rough life. The quarters are up here. Just pick a bed and fall in it when you're tired. Telma will keep the place clean. She always has. Alright, so here you are. Looks like the others are eager to meet you. Come to me or Ayala if you're looking for work. Once you've made a bit of a name for yourself, Skjor and Vilkis might have things for you to do. Good luck. Welcome to the Companions.
Oh, I'm just a servant.
By the way, if you're looking for something to do, we've got trouble right here in Whiterun Hold. Nothing we can't handle. Nothing but a bunch of lonely bandits. Cowards who will take little effort. I knew you could be counted on. Do what must be done. By the way, if you're looking for something to do,
The latest recruit,
all right someday. Today you
It
need
means
to keep
when I
training.
have troubles, I always have
No
someone
fighting
on
just
my
yet.
side.
Not till
We have
Skjor
shield
says so.
siblings to keep
We
our
train
backs as
now.
dangerous as I
But
think.
before I fought, I had to train.
Hmm.
Skjor says that I have the strength of Ysgramor, and my brother has his smarts. All right then.
I was
I'm
the newest
still trying
companion until
If the
you came
circle
along.
vouches for you, I'm
Guess that's
sworn to
okay.
respect their judgment.
Means I can show
But
you the
that doesn't
ropes.
mean I like it.
I've been tending
All
to
right,
the
then.
warriors of your Vasker for as long as I can remember. longer.
I was the newest companion until you came along. I guess that's okay. Oh, hey there. So much. Farewell.
Hear everything and know everything.
You've been seen in the company of the companions. That's an honorable path you're on, friend. I'm warned by the order of the Jarl. Stop right there. Weren't expecting that, were you?
And reshape this land, which is mine. You have come. You have come to hear the word of Talos. I love evil. This man, great Talos, cherished us, for he saw in us, in each of us, the future of Skyrim, the future of Tamriel!
You've been seen in the company of the companions. That's an honorable path you're on.
My favorite drinking buddy. Let's get some mead. Sure, whatever.
Send you back to Riverwood.
Yes, Housecarl. We'll leave immediately. It's just us against the dragon. Is that it?
I can't afford to send anyone else.
Hello, friend. In the market for some hunting supplies? Yes, I hear that question often. My brother Honorius, after our he shot an arrow that pierced my... What are you hunting? Never mind. I don't want to know.